الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون لا نشرك بالله شيئا ولا نتخذ من دونه وليا والحمد لله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وله الحمد في الآخرة وهو الحكيم الخبير يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو الرحيم الغفور كذلك الله لا إله إلا هو إليه المصير والحمد لله الذي يمسك السماء أن تقع على الأرض إلا بإذنه إن الله بالناس لرؤوف رحيم اللهم ارحمنا برحمتك واعممنا بمغفرتك إنك أنت العلي الكبير والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أما بعد فقد قال المعصوم عليه الصلاة والسلام في أدعية رجب المرجب يقول عادتك الإحسان إلى المسيئين. I extend my felicitation to Imam of our time, Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman alayhi salam. On the wiladat of the holy month of Rajab, especially the wiladat of مولى الموحدين أسد الله الغالب علي بن أبي طالب صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. And I also extend my heartfelt condolences to him on the shahadats of the holy month of Rajab, especially the shahadat tonight of Bibi Zainab al-Kubra salamullahi alayha. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. And I pray to Almighty Allah in the name of Imam Ali and Bibi Zainab salamullahi alayha that may Almighty Allah grant us all ziyarat of Ahl al-Bayt in this world and His shafa'ah in the hereafter. And may Almighty Allah grant the desires of all the mu'mineen and mu'minat. And may Almighty Allah complete His mercy on us with the dhuhur of Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman alayhi salam. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره وشيعته ومحبيه والثائرين تحت لوائه والمستشهدين بين يديه برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. صلى على محمد وآل محمد. The holy month of Rajab is so special that Ahl al-Bayt alayhim as-salatu was-salam have recommended special du'as to replace the normal du'as of the day. Yarhamkallah. For example, the very common du'a ya man arju, that du'a is specified for the morning prayers and evening prayers. Though it doesn't mean that the ordinary du'as of Maghribain and morning prayers should be replaced or should be forgotten, no. But this Ya man arjuhu has to be, is recommended for morning prayers and Maghribain prayers. Now if you check Mafatih al-Jinan, there are 3 more du'as preceding Ya man arjuhu, which can be recited in the day prayers. One of them is Ya man yamliku hawa'ij as-sa'ilin. There is another one which says khab al-wafiduna, which starts with khab al-wafiduna ala ghayrik, and so on. From this dua, I have picked up just one statement only to discuss briefly on this one for today's khutbah. Whenever we talk about dua, immediately one thing comes to our mind. Dua means seeking our desires, asking from Allah, seeking what we want from Allah. But in essence, the dua is an entire university in itself. It has sea of knowledge which cannot be encompassed. There are hidden treasures in the dua which the imams could not explain to the public. Then they would word it into the dua so that the message through the dua can be related and can reach the future generation. Dua does not only mean seeking desire, seeking haja. This one statement that I recited from the dua of Mahe Rajab itself requires several lectures on it, and there are several ab'ad we call, several facets, several discussions on this one statement. Where the Imam says, calling Almighty Allah, he says, عَادَتُكَ الْإِحْسَانِ إِلَى الْمُسِيئِينَ. O Almighty Allah, it is your habit to grant kindness, favors to whom? To disobedient, to offenders, to sinners. That means Almighty Allah has the habit of granting favors to whom? Sinners. Those who make mistakes. Whenever we have more ni'mah, what do we feel? That Almighty Allah is in our favor, isn't it? What does the Imam say? This statement puts a shiver in my spine that if Allah's habit is to grant favors to those who are sinners, then how can I say that the ni'mah which we are having is not because Allah is favoring us because we are sinners? How do we know that? For Almighty Allah, now you have heard the hadith in which you may have heard that whenever a sinner prays to Almighty Allah, he does dua, he seeks his hajat from Allah, the angels don't move. But Almighty Allah grants them permission, grants an instruction to the angels, and he says, go and shut him up. I don't want to hear his voice of the sinner, because I don't like his voice. Go and give him what he is seeking from me. So the angels immediately start fulfilling the desire of the one whom Allah does not like to hear his voice. But when a mu'min starts craving towards Allah and seeking the hajat and seeking the dua and praying to Allah, the malaika immediately are ready to fulfill the desire of the mu'min. At that time, Allah stops them and He says, wait. If you will fulfill the desire of this mu'min, he will not come back and seek the desire from me again. When will I hear his beautiful voice? Allahu Akbar. So therefore, if our hawa'ij are being answered instantly, it doesn't at all mean that we are qadiyul hajat. It could mean the otherwise. عادتك الإحسان إلى المسيئين. Isn't it very dangerous? That if at all we have the ni'mah, we don't know whether Almighty Allah is granting us the ni'mah because we are sinful. May Almighty Allah forgive us all, insha'Allah ta'ala. In the name of Imam Ali and Bibi Zainab, salamullahi alayha, and He may forgive all our marhumin, insha'Allah. ببركة صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. May Almighty Allah also complete His ni'mah on us of this dunya and of the akhirah, insha'Allah. In the name of Ahlul Bayt, insha'Allah. Yes. That's the first point. Now, I could just go on this point, and there are so many ab'ad on this one. But the second phase of this dua, this same line, there is a hidden message of how we can change our environment of the world in this one sentence. In this one sentence, there is a hidden message. Today, we are living in the world where the hate crime is spreading. People are shooting in the mosque and then they are proud to show their video on the social media. Earlier, people used to make mistakes and they used to hide their mistakes. Nowadays, they have audacity. They have no shame. They come out in public to create fear in the public. How do we resolve and change this issue? What do we have that we can do? The trick and the secret is in this line. عادتك الإحسان إلى المسيئين. We are told by a hadith by Ahl al-Bayt, تخلقوا بأخلاق الله. Create in yourself the habits of Allah. Build yourself in yourself. Cultivate in you the habits of Allah. And what is the habit of Allah? Which is mentioned in this piece of this dua, that the habit of Allah is to be merciful to those who are sinners. Grant to those who are sinners. So those who are sinners, what should we be doing to them? Grant. Be merciful to them. How? By giving more charity? By giving them food? No. Because other communities have more money to give and they give more charity than our community can give. We give food to others. It doesn't mean that you don't give charity. I'm not saying don't give charity. Don't give food to others. No. I'm just saying that is the solution to the hate crime by giving charity? No. Because our charity is worth nothing. There are others who are giving more charity than our community together. Collective. If we give food to the people, will that subside the hate in the hearts of others? No. Because our food giving, there are others who give much more food than what our community collectively can give. So what is the niche this community has to give which other communities don't have? What is the thing that you can give, this community can give, which no other community can give? You know what? It's the change of mentality. It's the change of belief system to the world. The niche that you have, which no other community has, is the message of Allah wa man kuntu mawlahu fahada. Believe me, there is no peace, no tranquility, no salvation in this world and in the next, but in the wilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. This is the only thing that can bring peace and tranquility to this world. For علي مع الحق والحق طمع عليه. There is no reality other than Ali. And there is no path of salvation other than the path of Ali. For the Holy Prophet himself says, if the entire world goes on one path, and Ali ibn Abi Talib alone is on another path, then seek the path of Ali, for that is the only salvation for the entire humanity in this world and in the next. Believe me, only you have this. The imamat of Ahl al-Bayt is mentioned in the Torah. It is there in the Bibles today. It is there in the Hindu Vedas and Sanskrits. It is there in the Buddha's Gnans. It is there in more than 300 religions that are now existent. All have Karbala message and 10 days of mourning in them. It is only you who can change the mind frame of the world. And you can bring about this change and clear the hatred and bring peace and tranquility by spreading the muhabba of Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Believe me. One more salawat ala. That does not mean that you sit down with your friend and start converting him and make him a Shia. No. Let them stay in their religion. But they should have a mind frame which is bringing in peace. Then there will be no more shooting. Then there will be no more hatred. I'll give you an example. If your Hindu friend or a Christian friend or any other non-Muslim friend or a Muslim friend comes and sits near you and he wants to convert you to his religion, even our ignorant person will not convert. Am I right? You think that when you sit with a non-Muslim or a Muslim brother and you try to convert him, it's the same scenario, it's the same situation. Don't expect them to leave their religion. Just change their mind frame with the wilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib. How? Today, we are having one peaceful congregation in the world, which is the most peaceful congregation which the world cannot challenge. And that is the congregation of Arba'in of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn in Karbala. The largest one. And the most peaceful one. And the only peaceful one. In other congregations, people of one community gather. In other congregations, people of one faith gather. In Arba'in of Imam al-Husayn, not one language, not one color, not one country, not one nationality, not one religion is absent. All are present. Those who are walking from Najaf to Karbala, these are not all Shiites and Ashari. These are not Sunni brothers. These are not Christians only. They are Jews, they are Hindus, they are atheists. Those who don't believe in God, they walk to Al-Husayn. And in these 10 days, In other congregations, the businessmen go and sell food, earn more business. In these 10 days of Arba'in, people are there to sacrifice food. Serve in the name of Husayn. These service providers are not Isnashiris. All communities. Tell me how these changes occurred. Who has changed their mind? A Muslim can expect sawab and ajr. But what about a non-Muslim? What is he expecting? When you ask them, why are you servicing the Zuwar of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn? They say, because of al-Husayn only. And his father, Ali. Allahu Akbar. This is just a simple example. Everyone remains in his religion. But the peace and tranquility in that 40 million people gather at one time. Consider the amount of meal which is consumed at every moment. Forget the 40,000, even if they are 20 million, forget the 40 million, even if they are 20 million, they need 20 million bread for their breakfast, 20 million bread for their lunch, 20 million bread loaves for their dinner. That is 60 million in 24 hours. You think that the Iraqi government can provide, they can't provide for their own public. They can provide for the 20 million, 60 million bread loaves. How much energy is required? Who is providing? Where is this coming from? Is there someone who is selling the bread in these 10 days? It's free. Do they ask you your religion? If you are Shia Isnashri, you will get the free bread. If at all you are non-Shia Isnashri, you will not get the bread. Allah. Is there discrimination? No. One Husayn brings in unity, peace, tranquility, which has no nadir, no sample, no parable, no example. If this Husayn spreads to the heart of the world, then the hate crime will just disappear. Everyone will remain in his religion. But there will be peace and tranquility throughout the world. This is just an example. I can just go on. But mu'mineen, believe it. What you can give, عادتك الإحسان إلى المسيئين. We have to develop the habit of Allah of giving to those who don't have, who are sinners. What can we give? The niche that we have, our community has, is the wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen, which can be coupled and which is strengthened with the shahadat of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn alayhi salatu wasalam. And that is the only challenge which Sayyidah Zainab salamullahi alayha placed in front of Yazid in his courtyard. She is saying, Wallah, ya Yazid, la tamhu dhikrana, وَلَا تُمِيتَ وَحْيِنَا. By Allah, you cannot erase our memory, our zikr, our remembrance. And you cannot kill our inspiration and our wahy and our mission. And it was this lady, this Arba'in procession, this walking to Imam al-Husayn, it was this lady Zainab who initiated this walk to Husayn. When on the day of Arba'in, she reached in Karbala, when she was freed in Sham, she was asked, will you remain in Sham or will you go to Medina? She said, I will go first to my brother in Karbala. And these three ladies, when they moved towards Karbala, they were on the camel, they were riding on the camel backs. When they heard them, when they knew that they were in Karbala, these ladies threw themselves from the camel onto the ground. Bibi Zainab could not walk on her feet. She crawled up till the qabr of Aba Abdullah. She fell on the qabr of Aba Abdullah and said, oh brother, I have conquered Sham, oh my brother. I have defeated Yazid, oh my brother. But oh Husayn, I have done sabr on so much dhulm and torments. I was paraded from city to city. I was imprisoned from one prison. I was shifted from one prison to another prison. But oh brother, after all the sacrifice, I am still ashamed of one thing. Brother, you had given me an amana called Sakina, and I lost her in the prison of Sham. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا آلَ مُحَمَّدٍ أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ إِنَّ لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ أَلَا لَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. I pray to Almighty Allah to grant us the ziyarat of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wassalam in this world and the shafa'ah in the hereafter. I enjoin myself and mu'mineen to hold on to taqwa, for taqwa is only solution of this world and the next. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله ونحمده ونستعينه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم محمد آل محمد عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وآله ومغفرته ورضوانه. اللهم صل على محمد. عبدك ورسولك ونبيك صلاة نامية زاكية ترفع بها درجته وتبين بها فضله. وصل على محمد وآل محمد وبارك على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب والصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء وسيدا شباب أهل الجنة الحسن والحسين وأئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي. اللهم صل على الحجة القائم المهدي. اللهم اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج وفرج عنا بفرجه يا كريم. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. إنما يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم فإنه ذاكر لمن ذكره، واسألوا الله من رحمته وفضله فإنه لا يخيب عليه داع دعاه. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
اللهم صل على محمد